Hello guys, this is Shar. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Now look, if you guys are under a rock, you have not heard that Diddy's houses have been raided. And I know you guys are not under rocks, okay? I know you've heard this. This is all over the news. It's the first thing that comes up when you put in Google. It's on TMZ. It's on the Shade Room. It's on all these apps that, talk about current and trending news and topics. It's everywhere. Okay? It's everywhere. They say the Los Angeles home and a Miami home has been raided by Homeland Security because these people are forming a I can't say it. Case against Diddy. They are literally forming that case against him. And, they went to them houses to find out what they can find out, to see what they can see. Diddy is probably thinking it's all out of the blue, but no, it's not. They've been working on trying to build a case against this man, probably ever since Cassie's case came and went, based on everything that she said happened. And then all these other people came out afterwards and said similar type things. So, yes, they're forming a case against this man. What is he going to do? What is he going to do, y'all? They showed on TMZ, they showed the video that I think this was the LA home where the two sons were there, Justin and Christian Combs. They were out there in handcuffs, out of the house in handcuffs while the people go up in there and get to raiding, looking for videotapes, obviously videotapes, camera phones, any type of audio, anything. They're looking for anything to try to corroborate this case that they're trying to get against him. However, I really thought it was kind of bold that the son would be handcuffed. Because just because they're raiding your home, that don't mean people have to be handcuffed. You know what I mean? So I thought that was a bit much. Like, I'm not arrested. I don't have to be in handcuffs. You want me out of the house, out of the way while you guys raid. Tell me to go sit over there. You know what I mean? I don't have to be in handcuffs. So I thought that was a bit much. But, and as you can see, Diddy, someone told me that he wasn't present, that he wasn't in the home. But unless this is a video, or not video, but unless this is a picture from some other thing where he was out talking to some police or whatever, that looks like he was there, but, I could be wrong. That could be a picture from something else altogether. I really just got that off the internet. However, I did put in the Diddy's house being raided, and these are some of the images that came up. So, but I did hear that he wasn't even there. But this is a picture of him outside talking to some officers, so it looks like he was there to me. But again, this could be a picture from something else. And then also really quick, I also really wanted to touch base with you guys about Bella Stone. You may have heard me talk about Bella Stone before in one of the other videos that I briefly covered about Diddy and all this mess that came out with him and Cassie. Because normally I don't talk about Diddy. It's no reason for me to talk about Diddy because he hasn't really been relevant in a long time, right? So he just became back relevant when this stuff came out, what Cassie said. And I was just randomly on YouTube, and just stopped on a video that was entitled something about Kim Porter, and I had no idea of Bella Stone, didn't know who she was, and it just happened to be one of her videos where she's basically a psychic, or an intuitive person, or whatever they call themselves, But basically, she connects with the outer realm, spirits. A lot of people don't believe in it. A lot of people do. I do believe in it. I do believe in it. However, I feel like I got good discernment with it, meaning it seemed like I can tell that somebody on some BS. You know what I mean? Because the people that seem like they're on BS are the people who always say stuff like anybody will know, right? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that, eventually people are going to die. And, if she's talking about somebody that's already dead, she's going to, like a parent or a sister or a mother or something, they're saying they love you and they're saying they are watching over you and all stuff like, you know what I mean? And that's the people who are frauds, in my opinion. People who are saying, oh, okay, yes, and your mom, did she pass? Okay, she's looking over you. She wants me to tell you she loves you. No. Cap, all fugazi. But you know what I mean? This lady, she's been spot on. I'm telling you guys, you better check out her YouTube channel. Anything that's labeled Kim Porter or Diddy, check it out. She is spot on. These videos she did months ago. What are we in March 2024? End of March. She did this back like mid 2023. Where, like I said, in one of my other videos, I talked about it. She basically was saying she was connecting with Kim Porter. Not in these words, but that's the gist of it, is that she was connecting with Kim Porter. Kim Porter said that Kim was telling her that Diddy is going to be revealed. All the mess, all the lies is going to come to fruition. It's going to come to a head. And she even narrowed it down to the month. Now, she may have said a day. I think she said November 15th, I think. I'm not sure, but I know she narrowed it down to the month, which she said November. She said November for sure. And that lawsuit with Cassie came out November 16th. Yep. The video came out the case came out November 16th. He settled with Cassie November 17th, the very next day, 24 hours later. But the video that she did speaking on this was done months prior to November 2023. If I'm not mistaken, I think that video she did talking about this was like 5 months prior to November 2023. She narrowed it down to the month. She said that it was going to something. She don't know what, she doesn't know what. She doesn't know who. She doesn't know how. These are just the information that she's getting, that something was going to go down with Diddy, that it was going to be revealed. Things were going to come to a head. And it did. Cassie's lawsuit. And then, she it may be the same video, because, these videos that she's doing talking about this stuff is like 45 minutes, hours long. So it may be the same video or it may be a different video. But like I said, it's either labeled Diddy or Kim Porter, or both names are in it. She also talked about that it's going to be basically a domino effect. I'm paraphrasing, these are not her words, but basically she was getting that it would be like a domino effect. But she used the analogy of like holes in the ceiling, where, you can always tell when you got holes in your ceiling. When it starts to rain, it'll rain in your ceiling. And you got to cover up, patch this hole up, patch that hole up, patch this hole up, right? Where all the different water from the rain comes in the ceiling. And that's the analogy that she used via Kim spirit, talking to her, that it was still going to come down, like things are still going to keep happening, and he has to keep patching these things up and dealing with these different things. And that was true. Again, these are not current videos of what she's talking about. These are videos that she did months and months and months prior to. And here we are. We saw, we heard, we know currently that after Cassie's lawsuit, people started coming out of the woodworks. And we know this, right? A young girl, some girl from Detroit said that she was essayed. Some other girl that was sitting on his lap, a Jane Doe chick. Who else? The Rodney guy. Some other Asian chick said she was attacked or abused. You know what I mean? Like, we know that it was a domino effect. We know that he had to patch up some other holes that kept popping up out of the clear blue after Cassie. So she's spot on. She is definitely spot on. Now, she also goes on to say that even after all of that, where he's constantly popping, patching up this and that and dealing with this and that, that it will be yet still things to come. She's saying the spirit was telling her that it ain't over for him. It's going to keep raining for him for a hot minute. And then she also went on to say that, and this is all on her YouTube channel. She also went on to say that, how can I word this? Because I can't remember exactly how she said it. But basically, she was saying that he's being sacrificed. He being Diddy. Diddy is being sacrificed by people that is over him for whatever reasons why. And I can only imagine it's because they don't want him around anymore, or they're tired of him, or maybe he knows too much. Maybe he's getting sloppy. They want him out. They want him out of the picture or whatever. And then when I say out of the picture, I don't necessarily mean death. I just mean that they want him out of the picture. And I guess to smear him or to get him caught up in this way is a good way to get him out of the picture and to get him gone, and they don't have to worry about him anymore after all this happens to him. I'm guessing. But this is what she said that she was being told. That and she also said that what was done to Cassie was also done to him at some point. All done by the people that's over him. And I do remember a few other YouTubers that covers, these things that's been going on with Diddy extensively. I think her name is Tisa Tales. She covers the stuff that's going on with Diddy extensively, and she indicated that of course it's Clive Davis that's over him, right, and that he deals with, but it's also some other Caucasian guy that's much older than him that helps fund his lifestyle and helps him with all these businesses, helps him with all this major legal trouble that he has, paying people, buying people off, you know what I mean? Helps him. He's the sugar daddy, basically, this white guy. I can't think of his name. I cannot remember what the name was that she mentioned in her video. But yeah, it's these people, allegedly, that is having this done to him because they don't need him anymore. They don't want him in the picture anymore, basically. Now, again, I'm paraphrasing, but this is what she's saying the spirits were telling her. That spirit is coming from Kim Porter, according to Bella Stone. And again, these videos were done months and months and months ago, way before now. And it's coming to fruition now. It's happening now. You know what I mean? She doesn't know who, she doesn't know how, she doesn't know why. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't say like, oh, his house gonna be raided in March. You know what I mean? But she's saying that it's going down. It's not over. Things are going to keep happening, and keep happening. Right? Things are still happening to him. So as far as I'm concerned, she's spot on to me. You know, that type of information is spot on to me. You know, it's not a coinky dink. You know what I mean? This woman don't know Diddy from nothing. I mean, if you go to her YouTube channel, you see how she looks. She's not into hip hop. It doesn't look like, right? I'm quite sure she knows who Diddy is, his household name, but you know what I mean? She's not like a follower of hip hop, and she doesn't do celebrity news. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, to me, she's spot on. And then she also indicated that something about, and again, check out her video because I'm paraphrasing. I'm probably leaving a lot of things out and stuff like that. But basically, the gist of what she was saying, and I'll play a short clip. I'll play a short clip of it. But what she was saying was that his clothing line, you know, first of all, Sean John got knocked out of Macy's not too long after the Cassie case. So I don't even think he got this clothing line anymore. But she was saying basically that this clothing line that he had was, you know, he was selling clothes all over the world. However, it was some type of cover up as it relates to this clothing line. I'm telling you, this lady is deep. She said it was some type of something going on with this clothing line that he, you know, I guess had clothing shipped all over the world to put in different stores and different outlets all over the world because, you know, Sean John was going all over. It was going obviously in all the states. It was also going overseas, you know, being sold in London and all these different places, different outlets overseas as well. Something about this clothing line that she said that was some type of cover up. Now, I don't know if you guys heard, but I heard, and I didn't get that much information on it because I did not research it, right? I've been kind of really busy this last week and a half, so I haven't really been able to research stuff, but I did catch somewhere on a publication on somewhere out here on the internet. I can't even remember where I saw it at. And when I went back to it, it was gone. So I couldn't even follow up on and read it. But I heard somewhere or read somewhere that it was being alleged that Diddy and rapper Rick Ross were doing illegal activity with that white stuff, that white powdery stuff, shipping that, you know, overseas. Basically just doing your regular run-of-the-mill, you know, pharmaceutical sales, illegal pharmaceutical sales with that white stuff. And that was it. That's really kind of where it started and where it ended. Like I said, I was not able to follow up on that information wherever it is I heard it. Now, you guys drop down in comments. Tell me if you've heard that. That recently just came about, right? So it took me back to that when I heard this woman say that it was something about the clothing line. She didn't know what, she didn't know who, she didn't know where, she didn't know when, how, but she kept saying it was something about the clothing line. So I'm like, oh my God, I did just recently hear about something about Diddy and Rick Ross supposedly was doing some illegal pharmaceutical sales, you know. And were they using the clothes as a cover-up, as the underplay for the overplay, allegedly? So, yeah, you guys, I'm telling you, this woman is spot on. And again, I cannot stress enough that these videos that she do, they're months and months and months and months in advance. Like, when she was talking about this stuff, it was like back in May of last year. And she said that this stuff was going to start happening and coming down. What stuff, though? She don't know. She never knows exactly what. She just knows things are going to happen. This is what the spirits are telling her. So, yeah, I mean, like I say, I cannot be a believer if you're not making me believe. But if you're making me believe, and the only way you can make me believe is that the stuff that you're saying is true, or the stuff that you're saying is coming to fruition. And as far as I'm concerned, it's coming to fruition as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, you guys need to check out Bella Stone, or Bella Sloan, not Stone, but Sloan. Check her out. Listen to it for yourself. You know, you put it together. You know, you tell me, is she full of cap? She couldn't be. She don't know these people. I'm telling you, the first time I listened to her, she brought it down to the month that something was going to happen with Diddy in November. And by golly, that's when we got the Cassie case. So, yes, it's not over. It's not over for old Diddy Bop, or whatever you call himself. P. Diddy, Diddy Bop, Brother Love, whatever. It ain't over. It's just not over. You guys drop in the comments. Tell me what you think. I do talk back. Hit your notifications. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, bye.
To the video.
In favor of his mentor. So there is a mentor that did to him what he did to this current girlfriend and to Kim Porter and every other person that he's been around to take advantage of on an energetic level. He is now going to reap that. That is now happening to him because they don't want the person who groomed him to go down. And that guy hides in the background. There's a whole bunch of like political stuff going on. Like there's political stuff. There's ties to this country, that country. Don't think it's just about the music. The clothing was the clothing people love. I've talked to dudes that love the clothing. You hear the kids in school, they all want to wear the clothing, right? The clothing is a front for something else. The clothing is a front. Of course, they have to